Hello guys, welcome back to Bullion Watch channel. And guys, today I want to give a short review of this Breitling AVI 765 limited edition from Breitling, only 1953 pieces released worldwide. This watch was released back in 2019, I believe, but you can still pick it up at a reasonable price. For whatever reason, it's not so popular, even though it's actually a limited edition. And I actually think that this is quite a nice piece from Breitling, but obviously a vintage piece like this, it's not really everyone's cup of tea. But anyway, guys, let's dive into the review. Let's talk a little bit about the dimension, the proportion. The dimension of this watch is 41 millimeter, which is nice modern size. It's not too big, but it's not too small, and and also it has the thickness of 14 millimeter, but then due to the case design like this, you can actually see that the thickness of this watch is actually very it's not thick at all. It's actually quite thin. The 14 millimeter is measured from the bottom of the case, which is from here to the top of the crystal, and you can see that this watch comes with the highly domed Hasselite crystal. We're gonna talk more about that, but yeah. So if you just take out the crystal and the slope, on the bottom of the case, and just measure the case itself, this watch actually feels like 10 millimeter, or maybe I should say 10 to 11 millimeter thick watch. So this is very thin. I can tell you that it wears thin. It doesn't wear like 14 millimeter. 14 millimeter. This is why I always emphasize, if you want to buy a watch, go ahead, go try it in the store, in the boutique, so you get a feel of it. Because if you just look at it from the paper spec, you will be misleaded. You will be misled, because 14 millimeter is definitely, you're gonna think like, oh yeah, it sounds thick, but definitely not. This wears like 10 to 11 millimeter thick watch. And the watch has this rotating bezel, which is quite nice to operate. It's smooth, and this bezel is aluminum, so and it's polished. You can see like all the surface area is polished, so it's gonna be a scratch magnet. I can tell you that. So if you're this kind of person that will not baby the watch, this is I believe this is not a watch for you, because not only this has polished bezel, but it also comes with the not sapphire but Hasselite crystal, so which is gonna be like Speedmaster Professional. Okay. I used to have the Speedmaster Professional with a Hasselite crystal, and I didn't have problem with it. But I'm not the kind of person that is really rough with my piece. But yeah, I don't know. Like if you buy a watch with the Hasselite crystal and you bang it around, I believe that it will have some scratches on the crystal. And then also, because this one has the polished bezel, you're gonna see like scratch all over, which is not gonna be nice. So all I can say is that if you like this piece, you have to baby it a little bit, okay? And this watch also comes with only 30 meters water resistance, which I think could have been more. I don't know why Breitling doesn't give us 100 meters water resistance, because they do it with the even Breitling Datora, the Premier collection. All of them has 10 bar 100 meters water resistance, but this one only comes with 30 meters water resistance, which I think is a little bit lacking. Okay, so you cannot swim with it, but it's okay because this is a chronograph. So you will not swim with it, you will not be rough with this, because this is definitely, I can see that this is a watch that you just cannot be rough with it. Okay. But it's a nice vintage piece, and this one comes with the B09 movement from Breitling. So it's basically the same as their B01 movement, which is very respectable movement from Breitling. But the B09 is the manual wind version of B09. Of the B01. B01 is automatic, B09 is manual wind movement. So this one is manual wind, so you have to wind it every single day. It comes with 72 hours of power reserve, 3 days, which is plenty. So you can put it on your desk, not gonna have to worry about it, and then after that, when you get back to your activity on Monday, you just wind it, and you don't have to wind it, and it will just keep on running because it comes with 3 days of power reserve. So it just, which I think is more than enough. So yeah, and also because of the closed case back, so this watch has no open case back. I think it's also a shame because but the B09 movement is actually very, very beautiful movement. So I wish Breitling would have given us open case back to admire the movement, like what they did with the B09 Pistachio, the Premier Collection. So yeah, overall, I think it's actually quite a nice piece. I quite like it. I think the proportion is nice, especially if you like thin watch. Again, guys, 14 millimeter. But if you just take out the crystal, the dome crystal, the case design, the slope, the step case design, and just really measure the case thickness, you will get about 10 to 11 millimeters. So this is actually a thin watch. If you like a thin watch like IWC Mark 18, you're gonna like this one. Okay, and also the dial, it has dome date, so it's very nice. So it's very symmetrical and very clean. So yeah, and this has like crystal, even though I think even though I said before that with the Haslight crystal you cannot really be rough with it, but it has a very nice effect, very warm. Some people like it more than the sapphire crystal. So overall, what is my thought? Overall, I think that this is a very nice timepiece. If you like the design, I can say I recommend it. This is not a bad piece at all, but some things that just feel, to me, I just wish that some things could have been better to me. Like the water resistance, I think could have been better. Make it 100 meters instead of 30 meters. And then also the open case back instead of closed case back. And yeah, but other than that, I think this is a very nice timepiece, and if you like it, I recommend it. Okay guys, that has been the short review of this Breitling AVI 765. I hope it's useful, it's entertaining to you, and if you like horology watches in general, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.